Good evening, everyone. The highlights of the news this Thursday. Traffic accidents. A Beaver County man is being held for murder. And more labor.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Snodacast. I am your host, Black Chef 56. I am joined by the immortal, the undying, the forever gay, HungryHufflepuff, aka Allie.
Never agree to settle a debate on good versus evil between gods.
Fuck you, I'm doing it anyway. We are also joined by Watsonandoff, aka John.
Hello.
Yep. And we're of course joined by the wonderful, always pleasant DJ Lionheart, aka Leon.
Hey guys, how's it going?
All right. So, we can't have a normal episode of the podcast without going into the age-old question of weekly updates, which is, how was everybody's week? Weekly updates is a segment where we get to basically kind of get into a talking habit as well as catch up with everybody in the Snodacast crew. And we get to ask the age-old question, how was your week? So, Allie, week, how was?
Week, how was?
Rearrange those
Week, how
words,
was?
please.
Week, how was?
The English major in me is screaming at you right now.
And let it continue to scream in agony. Week,
I know
how
where you
was,
live,
damn it.
bitch. You'll never see me coming.
But you don't know my secondary location.
You don't know how easy it is for me to uncover that sort of thing.
That's also fair. But
Anyway, no, the week hasn't been bad. Just a whole lot more of that extra time kicking my ass. I think I spent most of yesterday asleep.
don't blame you.
And a good chunk of today, actually.
Also, don't blame you.
And then at some point this week, I got to get my front passenger side tire replaced because that's bald as fuck.
That's
Cool.
always fun.
Yeah. Especially
Yeah.
when I have to drive over an hour to get to work on time.
Yup. I'd recommend Michelin if you can afford it. Those are pretty good.
There is actually a place nearby, Bell Tire. They treated me good when the rear tire on the same side just completely shredded.
Yeah. Did they recommend that you at least change 2 of them, though?
No, So I think I messaged you about this
You
when I went in to get a new tire completely. The salesperson actually took the price down quite a bit to make sure that I could get the tire.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're not gonna get out of there.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. It's exactly that one of those things. So
Like we're
No, yeah.
talking from like 140 something to 90.
that's pretty decent drop price there. That's about $50.
Yeah.
So that's not bad.
Like I've never experienced that kind of care from somebody in that capacity. So yeah, I'm taking my car back to them every time.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I would
no, they
too.
treated you well. It's actually kind of a good marketing trick. It's basically we treat you well, really, really well the first time, you'll come back.
Oh,
Discount
absolutely.
Tire almost thrives on that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
it's
don't
just
know if I'd call it a marketing trick as much as, hey, we're actually trying to run a decent business.
yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Is like
I mean that.
By
in
that,
and
I
of
mean
itself
a
is
marketing
these
trick.
days.
at this point it is a marketing trick because most people don't treat their customers with respect anymore. Which, to be fair, some customers don't deserve respect. They come in there thinking they know everything. And it's like, no, I'm trying to fucking explain it to you. No, I can't drop down the price, Karen. And no, I don't want to hear about your goddamn kid.
No,
we
that's
can't
a
cook
different
chicken
story.
rare.
Yeah,
no,
you
we
cannot
don't have any in the back. If we did, they'd be out here.
I'm
You-
just thankful when I was working at the grocery store / gas station, I didn't deal with any Karens, minus my manager.
Oh, those are the
Ooh,
worst.
manager Karens are the worst. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeesh. All right.
But yeah, that's been my week.
No Chronicles from Amazon, so that's always a good week.
I gave you the Chronicles from Amazon. It's MET as usual.
Fair enough. All right. John, how's your week, buddy?
It's been pretty good. Work's definitely busy, but it's still I'm still kind of relatively new into like the job that I'm in.
Okay.
And just kind of like figuring out how all the operations work and trying to get everything organized, but definitely hit the ground running on this one.
What field did you go into?
I'm an engineer.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm a
So if I ever need money, go to you.
No.
Wait until a few years after
No.
the school's done.
Yeah. I work. I'm affiliated with the power industry, and
Okay.
I do I work with like government jobs. So like if the road is like widening or something, and like the power poles need to move, I deal with that.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense then.
Yeah. So it's just like, hey, this needs to move, or it's like, hey, can we put like this 200-foot span underground? It's like that's going to be expensive. It's like,
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. But well, at least you're getting used to it. That's always good.
Mhm.
I'm actually slowly but surely getting used to my job, which
Right.
I'll get into that a little later.
I was about to say it's not your turn yet.
I know. I'm just saying, like as a whole, I'm getting used to my job a little bit. So
yeah, it's definitely a work play like balance for me because I got
Oh,
like
yeah.
a bunch of hobbies. So like it's just like I got to spend at least the weekends doing something different.
well, and in my case, I got to go from DFW area to Louisville. So
yeah,
I got
a little
a
north.
hell of a trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and you know my reason why I got to go to Louisville.
Mhm.
So yeah. So I stay with her throughout the end of the week because I mostly work in the Dallas area.
Mhm.
So it just comes down to it's easier on both of us. She
More
gets to see me.
convenient.
It's convenient because she gets to see me, spend time with me, and then I don't have to worry about. Well, I never really have to worry about gas, but I don't have to worry about waking up as early
Mhm.
and driving all the freaking time.
Luckily, my office is close enough to one of the train stations where I can take the train to work. So
Yeah, there you go.
That's cool.
That's nice.
That's
Yeah,
always
that'd be
convenient.
nice.
I
Absolutely.
don't have to pay for gas. Don't have to pay for parking.
Yep. All you gotta do
Plus.
is pay for a bus pass or train pass, and you're good to go.
Yeah,
I wish I lived somewhere that had that.
Yeah,
I
we're
got
out of
it.
Germany.
I got lucky. Or Japan.
Yeah, Japan. That's another good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly,
Or into this, you'd have to go into like the city because I know
yeah,
bigger cities have that, but
Never mind. Too
Yeah.
many people.
Yeah, right.
yeah. That's the only problem.
that's
If you
the
want good
downside.
public transportation, you got to go towards the city, and
Mm-hmm.
that's its own issue.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I had dinner before this. But anything else that you'd like to share with us on the week or anything like that?
Not in particular.
All right, cool. Leon, you already know the question. How was your week?
Still been stressful. Found out I already told you guys about this in the group chat. New information has come into light that I will not share on live,
There you go.
but some information that's really ticked me off. So I will be. There'll be
Causing
certain
quite a
people-
minute. Quite an amount.
There'll
of
be certain people I will be getting in contact with. See what I can deal with that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So dealing with that.
Mhm.
As of this recording, I will be doing a small event, volunteer time for me, but it's going to be helping me promote my DJing.
There you go.
There's a small fall festival at our local park and the high schoolers are going to put on a haunted house.
Okay.
A bunch of people are coming out to do they call it trunk or treat. So you dress
I know
up
what trunk or
a
treat
car.
is. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
safer
Trunk or
version
treat's
of
a lot of
trick
fun, honestly.
yeah. So I'll be doing that this Saturday about the
Okay.
time this pops up on YouTube.
That's nice.
And then on actual Halloween, I'll be down at a friend's place also with my stuff set up.
Right, the Halloween party that you were telling us about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I am currently in the works of something coming up in July. I just talked to someone for this event that they might be needing a DJ in July.
There you go.
So
Fingers
I'll
crossed.
let you guys know more about that closer to when I talk to someone.
Hey, there we go. That works out.
Sadly still looking for quote unquote day job because
I would say if
right
you can
now-
get your ass down here to Texas, I could probably help you, but that's the
I know.
unfortunate part. Yeah.
yeah.
You'd have to go to Texas.
No, the unfortunate part is he'd have to move.
Mhm.
Just moving in general, even if he was moving from one house down the street,
You never
it'd
know. how
still be a
much
pain
time
in the
you have
ass.
to get
Yeah,
to it.
It's a hassle and a half.
yeah.
But
Leon,
Yeah,
I'll take my job.
I actually wouldn't mind visiting Texas someday.
Oh no,
So-
dude! I'm gonna make
so I
sure
can
you
meet
visit
you
Texas
guys
at some
and-
point.
Yeah, so I can meet you
push comes to
guys
shove.
and have fun.
Yeah, push comes to shove. I'll need a DJ for a particular event, and you seem
Yeah,
to
yeah.
frequent those, so we're good to go. Yeah,
Mhm.
and the other party has agreed. Yes, you are being hired, 100%. So, well,
Okay.
yeah, push comes to shove, you'll come
We'll
down to
figure it
Texas
out.
for that, and everybody else will be there, I'm sure. Allie, yes, you're coming back down here for that
Mhm.
fucking shit.
We'll talk about that. This is not.
If I have to drag you kicking and screaming to bring you here, I will. I
This
will
is not the place
personally-
for that kind of discussion.
No, it is not, nor is it the time, because I still
I'm
got
probably
a
going to be
long
going
time.
for other reasons. So
Yeah, you would be going because your
Reasons.
your significant other would be involved in this shit too.
oh yeah.
So yeah. Oh man.
All right,
Yeah.
Christian.
It definitely be fun
Oh,
seeing you
dude,
guys
100%.
live
Yeah.
in person and stuff like that. Yeah, it'd be fun.
No, and I know Lewis is already
But yeah.
trying to get you down there too. So
Oh yeah. He actually kind of wants me to move down there so we can do DJ work.
exactly, yeah, that's what he told me.
Again, the only issue
Yeah.
is you'd have to move to Texas.
On top of that, you'd have to move towards Houston. Houston's humid as fuck.
Ugh.
That's
Yeah.
hot.
Whereas
Yeah.
up here, it's humid, but it's not. Honestly, I would say.
I
The best
mean,
part of
I
Texas
lived
is
in
West Texas.
Nevada for a good decade.
Oh,
and a half,
you'd be used to freaking West Texas then. That's
Yeah.
dry heat in a nutshell, and I love that. I miss West Texas so bad.
Yeah.
You die of a
lived in
heat
the-
stroke, but at least you got snow.
Yeah, I lived in Nevada for a decade and a half, and then I've been in Oregon for a little over a decade. So,
Yeah. Does it get humid in Oregon?
During the summer, it can, if
Right.
it's not trying to kill you with fire.
Also, tis a fair point.
Yeah.
All right, Christian. How was your week?
Chaos, fire everywhere. No, I'm kidding. Just
so Monday.
yeah. Actually, no. Monday was not a good day for me. I
So a
actually had my
typical
grandfather's
Tuesday?
funeral.
Oh,
Sure. Yeah, I had my grandfather's
chaos
funeral
and fire?
on Monday.
Oh,
it's rough, buddy.
So
my
you know,
condolences.
yeah. I mean, you know, he passed a couple Sundays ago, and so it just came down to his funeral was Monday. A lot of details that I won't get into on this.
Mhm.
I can get into it later, but a lot of details that did kind of make it disheartening. I didn't even go to work yesterday. I mean, it was bad enough as is, and on top of that, by the time everything was done, I would have maybe gotten 2 hours of work in on the trip alone, including getting up there and then working. It wouldn't have been worth it. It wouldn't have been worth my time. So I'm just going to suffer for that whenever that check comes out, which would be next week. And we'll just go from there. But aside from that,
it's always hard when a family member passes.
well,
or
and
all that.
this was a particular family member that kind of got me into the nerdier side of things. Don't get me wrong, my mom
Mhm.
did too. My dad definitely did, but like he was one that my grandfather was the guy. He wasn't like an asshole or anything. He was a nice guy. It just came down to like he also indulged me in movies. He took me to a lot of movies, not as much as my great grandmother, but like he took me to as many as he could. There was so many that like he actually wanted to take me to go see. Like he took me to go see both Fantastic Four movies, the at least halfway decent ones, the ones with Chris Evans. There you go. He took me to
good
see both of
ones.
those.
They would be the good ones compared to
no.
the
The good one,
compared to the
decent
newer one.
The
They're
good
the
Oh,
one
good
is
compared
the
to the new
oldest
one,
one.
yeah.
the good
Yeah,
one
yeah.
is the oldest one.
Yeah, and it has
Yeah.
its own fair share of issues. The fucking Corman version. Yeah, oh my god. Where you can't find a good quality version of the entire movie anywhere. Yeah, no. But no, that's the one at least they fight crime. It's just- in the Chris Evans ones, they just sit around looking like jackasses.
Yeah, there's an entire montage of them just screwing with each other or trying
Exactly.
to figure out what's going on. There's
Exactly,
no crime
yeah.
fighting at all.
No, and then when there is crime fighting, it's a guy that's going after their fucking asses and not really anybody else's.
hey, assholes, maybe get out of the city if you're going to do this.
Exactly, you know, it's neither here nor there. But no, like, he took me to those. Even though I'd already seen Deadpool, he wanted to go see it, so he and I went and saw Deadpool.
Oh, that's
Yeah, same thing with Kingsman. I had already seen Kingsman, I believe, twice, and I saw it the third time with him. Something along those numbers. Like, this is a guy that, like, if he wanted to go see a movie with me, even if I had already seen it, I would still go see it with him.
Right.
So, you know, I had a fairly close relationship with him, even though he was always working.
Mhm.
So it just came down to that factor. And
Mhm.
yeah, so there was some other disheartening details. Like, I do know that my grandmother has dementia, and she didn't even recognize me, which hurt a lot. Like, she looked me dead in the face and said, "Hi, I'm her name. I'm the husband of his name, or I'm the wife of his name."
I was about to say.
Yeah, it is. I'm the wife of you know, my husband is his name, and I'm like, that. She looked me dead in the face and did that. Like, they didn't even go. No, she just went like she's never met me before,
Mhm.
and that hurt. That hurt for a good day. So I'm still a little sore about it, but you know, is what it is. On a less
The problem
depressing
is
note,
with mental illness like that.
Oh,
it
yeah.
always gets hard. But
and you know, dementia is basically a death sentence, anyways. So, and she's regressing pretty rapidly. So I expect to have her funeral soon at some point too. So, is what it is.
mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
on a less depressing note, I did go to Dallas Fan Festival. That's actually where I met John, and his girlfriend. And it turns out his girlfriend and my girlfriend are very close friends. And it was my girlfriend and my first time meeting John, and then it was my first time meeting both of them. So, and then of course it was your first time meeting both of us. So it was kind of a very interesting mirror situation here. Yeah.
Right.
I think y'all were like
But that-
talking to somebody or taking pictures, and I think my
Somebody was
girlfriend
wanting to
like
take
hit me
pictures
in the chest or something. She's like, "Wait," and
Yeah.
like said your
Yeah.
your girlfriend's name.
Yeah, I
And
was
just, like, ran to each
taking
other.
photos of somebody, and I said they know each other apparently.
I was just like, "Oh hey."
Oh, it was that Mordecai and Rigby duo. No, were they there Saturday? No, I was taking a photo of somebody, or somebody wanted to take a photo of us, and it just went from there. So yeah. No, you should have been there Sunday, man.
Shit like that happens.
Oh,
You
yeah.
should have been there Sunday, dude. Like, literally, not 2 minutes after walking to the bazaar, there was two kids that were dressed as the Terrifier and whatever the fuck her name is from Terrifier 2, the little girl that's like the creepy clown. I was like, you kids should not be knowing what the fuck these characters are, but that's besides the point. I'm sure mom put you into that, and you're like, oh, they look cute. Anyways, so the boy was adorable. He walked up to me, and because I'm wearing full Star-Lord getup, and he's like, can I get a photo? And I'm like, oh yeah, no, absolutely. I gave him both the blasters. And of course, you know, I have the mask on, and it was adorable. I loved it. It was great. Yeah, no, I even though Sunday I was dead tired, we had a fun time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I went to a trampoline park on Sunday for my niece's 3rd birthday party.
okay.
And I realized how out of shape I actually am.
You never reach
That's
out of
always
shape
a hard
until you
lesson.
go to a trampoline park.
Oh yeah, I'm still sore.
Oh
from it.
man. No, yeah. That or you climb a ladder. Like I climbed ladders today, and I was like, I just now realized how out of shape I am.
And get 3 rungs up, and you're like, how much further?
Yeah. You're like, hold the fuck up.
My time learning that lesson was actually at work one day.
Oh boy.
So at Amazon, we have what we call ISS, which is where we take anything that is damaged or doesn't have something that'll allow us to move it on to the next location, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got my hands on a Steam Deck like 10 minutes before they closed to finish up for the night. I'm sitting here like, shit.
Yeah.
Because it didn't have a purchase order. It didn't have any stickers on it that would tell me where it was going.
Uh-huh.
It takes a while to actually get the ticket set up to where it it can go to ISS. I rushed through that ticket and ran my ass the 5-minute walk up to ISS because when something that expensive hits your hands, you do not want your name on it if it disappears.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
right.
that's like firing and or write up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So no, it's not good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think I would be in better shape hauling DJ equipment all the time because it's back and forth from my truck.
But you're
to
not
the
doing it
house,
every day
and then
though.
back and
That's the
forth.
thing.
Yeah.
That is the main thing. You're not doing it every. If you were doing it every day, I imagine you would be in better shape. Yeah.
Mhm.
But no.
Hopefully, I get a background set up where I can have my DJ equipment hooked up
Yeah.
all the time.
No. And
See, what you do is you just take an hour and just lug that shit around for a while.
I'll do you a
day.
better one. You get because bricks are like what 20 cents a brick or whatever or some shit. You get like 15 bricks and you get a backpack and you just start like you go with like maybe 5
yeah.
and just start going on the hikes. And then just walking back, and then the moment it starts getting light, add more weight. Keep going, and you'd be surprised how quickly you lose weight, how much better you have energy wise. I mean, he's gonna suck for like a solid week easily. You're gonna be like,
yeah.
I fucking hate this shit. But if you just keep at it, I mean, you'd be surprised how quickly you drop weight, how quickly you gain muscle mass. It is insane.
I'm definitely wanting to take a trip to Yellowstone at some point and go on some hiking trails there. So I definitely need to.
Dude, I always wanted to go to Colorado and get on some hiking trails. That was my main thing. And I know I got to get in a shitload better shape if I'm going to do that.
Same.
So,
Yeah.
workout buddies?
Just tell me when and where.
Hey, actually, I have a good place if you want to do like some semi-hiking.
Mhm.
It's called Bimberg Lake.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually not too far from where I live right now.
Mhm.
Like this is my house. Well,
Mhm.
not my house. It's the room I rent from my friend's house. Same difference. It is my domicile. Let's put it that way. It's my
You're dumb.
Abode.
yeah, my Mojo Casa Doja or my Mojo Casa Doja house or whatever the fuck he said in goddamn Barbie movie. Anyways, yeah, but yeah, no, it's not too far from me. I think it's like I want to say anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty good hiking area, and if you like fishing, it's a good area to
The
fish
fishing
too.
spot.
Yeah, there's some decent fishing spots there. So
Nothing wrong with that.
nope, not at all. But all right, so long enough tangent short. We're gonna go ahead and go into Now Showing. This week for Now Showing, we actually have. If I can find the damn thing. So this week for Now Showing, we have Five Nights at Freddy's.
The
Remember,
long
people-
anticipated FNAF.
Yeah.
Remember, people, we're professionals,
We haven't said that in forever.
right?
Oh,
I know, right?
yeah. I
To
was
be fair,
worried
it's
we were
been a
never
while.
going to say it again.
It's
To be
been a
fair,
while
I've never
since
said
Gallows
that.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's been a while since Gallows has had audio problems.
That is also true. He has gotten on that. Granted, he's also been kind of on and off with it too. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, no, we'll explain it later. John, it's actually a pretty funny thing.
Yeah, I imagine.
It's pretty self-explanatory. I think you'll laugh at it harder whenever we tell you. But no. So like this week for Now Showing, we have Five Nights at Freddy's, and with that, obviously, many people are excited. And to give you guys one final update before, well, I guess by the time this recording hits air, it'll already be out. So there, if anybody is out there hoping for an R-rated cut of this movie, don't hold your breath, because the director has actually come out and said we shot and aimed for a PG-13 rating. They mostly played with shadows and sound effects, so don't expect any hardcore gore. They wanted to get creative with it. So this movie was shot to be PG-13. It got a PG-13 rating. They say they have pushed the envelope for PG-13, which is great. I will not argue that. I think Scary Stories pushed the envelope for PG-13 as well. Even though that movie is hit and miss. Yeah. I mean, I still love it. But no, so like I'm super pumped about this. I do plan on probably by actually the time of this airing, I would have already seen it. So yeah, no, I mean, I'm pumped about this movie. I never really played the games, but I've watched my fair share of game theory videos on this. God bless you, Matt Pat, for explaining this shit to somebody who didn't want to play the games.
Right.
Absolutely. But yeah, no. So I mean, I'm super pumped about this movie. I know,
Mhm.
Allie, I believe you are. Holy shit, we have a Rogue Gallows. What's up, buddy?
What up? No, I was just checking you guys are still going. Give me
Yeah,
about
we're
like
still doing
5 minutes and I'll hop right back in, okay?
Sounds good.
All right.
That was a dog.
That was a dog.
But no,
That was dog.
in fairness, a lot can be achieved when you depend more on sounds than sights.
Sounds and shadows, absolutely. No, you can definitely do a lot
Like-
with it.
And I'm going to bring up D&D for this. letting the audience or the players in D&D instance imagine letting the players or the audience imagine what's happening can be so much better than showing them, because the mind is able to create things much better than for itself than what it's being told.
A good horror movie knows the perfect balance between show and not telling.
Mm-hmm.
So there is one of those things that it's like you can imply so much stuff and it's 10 times scarier than it is with how it actually happened. So like a good example is Alien had a lot of that. Like a lot of those kills are pretty off screen. And all you hear is the sound effects, or like you see, and that still has some really impactful scares.
You get the massive build up.
Oh yeah,
and just the sound from somewhere else.
Exactly. And
telling
so
you exactly what happened. It's your mind just fills in the blank.
A really good example of a, like, in my opinion, almost a perfect PG-13 horror movie is Insidious. Insidious is phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
The rest of them
agree with
are
that.
hit and miss, but like I think Insidious 1 and 2 I think are considered some of the best PG-13 horror movies out there. And yeah, and I don't disagree. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, when it's actually scary stories, is really, really good. I will not disagree with you. However, it's not the best. I would still say Insidious is a far more entertaining story with the scares.
And I wouldn't consider this a horror movie per se. I think it's more of a drama,
Thriller.
sci-fi. But I Am Legend.
It has some horror elements in there. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I believe it's considered a thriller. I believe it's thriller.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I really liked that they did was that they got Mike Patton from Faith No More to do his like metal screams for the like vampire voices. Like, when they're yelling, it's literally just a dude doing that, and a lot of people don't realize that. They think it's just like, oh, it's just like,
it's like
whatever.
generated. Yeah,
but you know,
I actually didn't know that. That's a movie fact that I did not know.
Yeah, they got a metal singer to do the voices for that because it sounds scary.
Yeah, and it's a good example of utilizing actual sound effects. Monster House, believe it or not, for a lot of the sound effects, whenever the house is actually like moving and roaring, it's a lot of houses getting deconstructed, like getting torn down and everything. And they used audio mixing for that.
Like when studios actually try and make the sounds authentic.
Yeah, exactly.
It can do so much to elevate a movie.
Yeah, you have no real scares if your sound effects are not really that good. Like don't get me wrong, you can have great gore and terrible sound effects, and it's not good.
Like going back to Monster House, this was back in the early days of motion capture. You got to remember, a lot of the characters look a little. They hit that uncanny valley in the kind of.
To be fair, I think that was intentional, though.
Yes, and they did make that work to their advantage. But if they didn't have the sounds to go with it,
oh no, it would have never worked out.
In the water.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a creative. You know what's funny? The voice of Constance. I'm about to blow your minds and unfortunately ruin any blown loads that may have happened before what I'm about to say.
I think
that's the same voice actress that played Jessica Rabbit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can see that.
The voice of Constance is also the voice of Jessica Rabbit.
Wow.
I fucking love it.
One thing that blew my mind, voice acting wise, was the voice actor for Parthenax in Skyrim, like that deep, slow voice. That
That's
he
fucking
has.
Charles Martinet.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
plays Mario.
Yeah.
He's played Mario since Mario
He's
had
actually-
a voice.
Yeah, he
retired
stepped down.
recently,
Yeah, yeah, we've talked about that. And actually, Ty, my buddy and I that I was telling you about that went to Germany,
Mhm.
he and I actually got to meet Charles Martinet at Fan Expo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
he was there. He was super nice. He was awesome.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Mhm.
and if you
Yeah.
ever have an opportunity to meet Charles Martinet in person, I highly recommend it. Go out of your way.
And, somebody I know, she used to teach with Barry Yendel, who's a voice actor who's done a whole bunch of different stuff. So it's kind of like Small World. He's been in like
Yeah.
Black Butler and One Piece and all sorts of different
Oh,
things.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Man,
So-
Yeah.
Back up to Five Nights at Freddy's. Good God.
Right. Sorry, tangent.
No.
I was about to try to bring it back home, and then you got me started on Monster House.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Monster House was still kind of like going into like you can do effective scares without showing blood and gore,
Yes.
Mhm.
and so that was the
Yeah.
main thing I was getting at.
I think definitely having the sound effects works a lot better,
And
and
the
especially
shadows.
with FNAF.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and shadows work great.
Sound
too.
effects and shadows
Yeah.
is as long as you're doing it correctly, and that's what FNAF is known for in the games
Exactly.
Well, let's be
because of
honest.
how their scare tactics work.
Exactly.
Well,
So
let's be
their
honest.
jump scares are going to be more
Ooh,
suspenseful.
ooh, ooh. Yeesh, 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 yeesh,
Once
yeesh.
again, we're professionals.
Professionals, folks. Okay, so
Nope,
Gallows.
still got the echo.
Yeah, it's luckily we edit this shit. So you're echoing.
I want to remind you how distracting that is for me.
I know how distracting it is for you.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I had to connect my headphones back to the Bluetooth. That's why.
No, it's all good, buddy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
Where are we at?
So
no.
we're on FNAF.
We're still on now showing.
We're still on
Talking
now
about
showing.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
really? 30 minutes in, you guys are still on now showing?
Yeah.
and what's your point?
Point.
Shush.
Yeah.
But the other thing of it is, FNAF has made it so that even the silhouettes of their animatronics are familiar. They can do
Right.
a lot more with their shadows.
Uh-oh.
Which is why I'm not necessarily complaining about PG-13 rating.
No,
Would I love to see a rated R FNAF? Fuck yeah. I would love to see one.
I have your
But-
solution. I have solution. It's called Willy's Wonderland and it has
yes,
Nicolas Cage.
there
in
is
it.
that. I personally think that making it PG-13 was
PG-13.
the
A smart
better
move.
decision.
Oh no, I don't
Mhm.
disagree because you have so many little kids that are fans of this, and
Well-
yeah,
Not just that.
Mhm.
Ramping it up to an R rating makes it a gore fest. Potentially.
potentially yes.
Potentially.
Potentially, yeah. Which FNAF is not known for being gory.
Precisely.
I don't know.
They have gore, yes.
Because they
but
showed
they're not-
more.
They have
I'm
gore,
sorry.
yes. But it's not an out and out gore fest.
Fair.
They focus more on the scares themselves rather than
Mhm.
any blood.
Right.
Yeah.
More of the
so
surprise
FNAF
scare,
or it's-
basically. That's what they go with. More surprise than actual scares.
That's fair. Yeah,
Basically.
I would argue that.
Keeping it at PG-13 allows them to focus more on the scares than on the shock factor or the blood and gore. It makes it so that they can make a FNAF movie instead of just another Willy's Wonderland.
And that is fair.
And I gotta say, I gotta give it up to the freaking Jen Henson company
Oh fuck yeah.
for doing the puppetry. Oh my god, they look amazing.
You know what's crazy is those are actually they're half animatronic, half suit.
Yeah,
Those are actual performers in there too, and it's great.
which is how, according to lore, is how those costumes work.
I was about
Yeah.
to say that just makes it entirely worse.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is,
Hey,
like,
but at least you don't have to worry about the actual thing, the actual death threat part of it, where like little sweat can go. basically.
Or,
At least I don't have to worry about that shit.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Sure.
Jim Henson, that company just did an amazing
Oh
job in
yeah,
those suits.
they made it just enough. They made it just unique enough to where you can still tell it's what it is, but it is
Mhm.
ever so slightly tweaked. Where it's like I can tell the difference between the movie and the game,
Mhm.
and that's
Mhm.
always what you want.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it's almost a 1-to-1, but not being a 1-to-1, which
Exactly.
is perfect.
Yeah.
bring something new.
it's a delicate balance, but when they hit it, it's great.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Didn't they add
I'm
more
so excited
story for the movie instead of the game? They added like a lot more detail for the movie. Didn't they do that?
No, the first game has a shitload of lore that was released later on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So they mostly kind of pick and choose from that.
FNAF has plenty
okay.
of lore for them to play with.
Oh, 100%.
Between all the games and the books
Yeah.
to go through, yeah.
The
You
games,
wanna
the
talk about-
books,
There's books.
the
Hold on. There's books.
parody games.
You didn't know
Yes.
that?
I didn't know that. I thought it was
Yeah.
just the game. The game
There's
itself
like
added a lot of lore to it.
There's like 4 different book series now. 4
No
FNAF.
shit.
Yeah, I think almost every game at least has one book, at the least. I think like the first 3 have
But
like
no, there's
5.
other stories.
Oh yeah, there's other stories and
into
everything.
it,
Yeah.
too. But they all intertwine.
Oh, yeah,
They all
yeah.
intertwine. It's crazy.
Yeah. I think honestly the fourth one has like the creepiest story, in my personal opinion. The fourth game. Like it's the one with the nightmares and the
Oh
kid
yeah.
with the bed and everything. Like the whole story
Oh,
behind
yeah.
that's just
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, that is actually admittedly pretty creepy. I will give you that.
Sister location
Again,
was
thank you,
interesting.
Matt Pat, for going through the books and giving us
Yeah.
because
Like between Matt
because
Pat,
I would not have time to read them.
between Matt Pat, Markiplier, like between those two, I got everything I needed from the series.
Without having to play or read the series.
It's like
Yeah,
the one guy who read every book in Skyrim.
I mean, I
so no
played
one
a
else had
little
to.
bit of the first one when I was on the phone.
I still
was
wanna
on the
do that.
phone, but that's it.
Yeah.
All I did. for it.
Or it's the guy who learned everything there is so far about Warhammer 40k and knows that his mission is never going to end, so nobody else
my
has
gosh.
That
You could just
man.
spend that much time on the orcs and you'd never finish.
to. You can spend like 3 lifetimes learning just all the freaking lore behind every faction, and they would still add 10 more.
Uh,
Good
yeah. It's like,
God.
all right, good. I just finished Necrons and I'm 40.
Yeah.
3 months later, new book.
Ah, damn it! Oh man, there's a reason why I'm nervous to even dip a pinky in the freaking pool that is Warhammer.
Oh, my
Oh man.
Mhm.
All right.
I have enough lore that I have to deal with between D&D, Yu-Gi-Oh, FNAFs, and Assassin's Creed, and all the other video games I love playing.
Yeah. No,
For
you're
me,
not
it's like
wrong.
Cosmere with Brandon Sanderson. I get way too deep in that.
Yeah. All right. Well, any more? Are you guys planning on seeing FNAF? Do you guys you're gonna go out of your way to go see it? Anything like that? Or are you guys just gonna wait?
I might wait. Honestly, I don't know. I might go see it.
Yeah.
I'm not big on going to the movie theater on my own, and there's no one here who I know to go with.
This is why you
So-
don't move out of fucking Texas. Anyways, no, I'm kidding.
You know exactly why I moved.
I
out.
know exactly why you moved out of Texas.
I would fucking move out of Texas too. So, fuck. I mean, I would and wouldn't.
Yeah.
Mostly wouldn't. If I enjoy it too much here, too much entertainment.
But no, I wouldn't mind watching it.
Mhm.
Like especially if when it hits streaming.
Yeah. John, you have any plans on seeing it?
Not yet. I haven't made any plans, but I wouldn't be opposed to going to see it. Last movie I went and saw in theaters was the Dungeons and Dragons movie, and I wanted to go see the Mario movie, but I just never got around to it. So hey,
The
maybe
Mario
this
movie
is-
was actually worth it. I think I
Mhm.
saw it twice. I saw it twice.
yeah.
Dungeons
So
and Dragons
this
I
may
saw.
be-
I still haven't seen it.
Nice.
I still haven't seen Mario movies for some reason.
I haven't
Is
gotten around to it either.
on my list.
it on
but
Mario
Paramount
is a good
Plus? Actually, the
I
Mario
think
movie.
so.
I believe.
Yeah, I
I
believe
believe
it's
so.
on Paramount.
Yeah.
So if
Do
you have
you have
Paramount, you're
Paramount?
good to go. I no, my parents do.
No,
I
we
don't.
don't.
If you guys want to set up a Paramount, we're not going to say those details because they may or may not be listening FBI, I don't share streaming passwords. If anybody tells you otherwise, they're a liar.
Don't worry. Bob's known about my activities for a while.
That's also
Password. What's that?
yeah, exactly.
being both a writer and a DM. My search history has been a smorgasbord.
So John,
Always add in Minecraft.
recommend it to maybe do a double date for FNAF this Saturday if you guys are down for that.
Yeah.
Because I know that you guys were wanting to do a double date, maybe like a dinner kind of thing. So should be able to make that work. We're not going to the football game because it's going to be raining all day.
Yeah, it's gonna be raining all week.
Yeah, but it's going to be raining
best
super hard
friends.
Saturday. Yeah.
We will.
And you know what's funny, gals? We literally just met this weekend.
What the fuck?
I have
I know.
known this man for a grand total of like what, 2.5 days?
2.5 days, give or take. Yeah. And we're already talking like we're brothers or whatever. Oh man, no.
Hey, that's
it's
how
crazy.
you know the friendship is good.
That's true.
Bingo.
That is true.
That is
Yeah.
true. That is true. Like I
All
said,
right.
best friends.
Hey everyone, our buddy Ty would like to talk about some news with y'all in a segment we like to call Ty's Gaming Corner. Ty?
Welcome all. My name is Ty. Welcome back to TGC. In today's segment, we'll be talking about the remake of Band of Brothers, or a sequel to Band of Brothers after 22 years. If you guys don't remember, Band of Brothers was created by Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks, and it was based off of a novel written by Stephen E. Rose back long time ago. Now, some of you fans remember Band of Brothers was spanning across 10 episodes, and it was following, if I remember here, I have it written, the events of Easy Company during World War II, and it was positively proclaimed by both Rotten Tomatoes with a 96% score and an audience percent score of 96 as well. And then, of course, there was The Pacific, which was a predecessor to Band of Brothers, which was a story just like Band of Brothers, but instead it was followed by the 1st Marine Division in World War II. And it was also very positively received with a score of 91 from Rotten Tomato and a score of 89% from the audience. No, but after 22 years, they're finally getting a sequel. It is named Masters of the Air, based off of a novel written in 2007 by Donald L. Miller of the same name. And of course, it is going to be executively produced, by Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks, written by John Orloff, who was also responsible for the writing of Band of Brothers back then. And of course, another one, if you guys remember, or will remember, it would be Gary Gottsman, who also worked on my Big Fat Greek Wedding 2 and Family Reunion, which was translated from my native language, Familia Treffen, which is basically, ooh, that was not good. I don't know what that was. Sorry, excuse me. Familia Treffen, which is basically Family Reunion. So, what are my thoughts on this? Of course, it's phenomenal after 22 years that we're going to get this remake, and I think this will launch a big revival of a lot of other, movies, series, and TV shows that we haven't seen for a long time, and we just gotta wait and see what they would do with this information. So, but I have a couple of questions to the audience here. The first question is, what series would you want to see revived, and why? And if you could have another sequel of a show that's been long forgotten or has long since been relaunched, which one would it be? Okay. But I will toss it back to my good friends over at Snodacast, and this has been a segment with Ty, and I'll see you at the next one.
Alrighty then, thank you, Ty, for that little segment. And now, going back to FNAF news. FNAF has made a phone call to get rid of the fucking mouse in charge, and we're not talking Disney. They have made a call to their friends, Dave and Buster's, and they are actually directly promoting Five Nights at Freddy's instead of doing the shady bullshit that Chuck E. Cheese just pulled.
Man,
What I saw.
how you gonna do that, bro? How you gonna be well known for your
I
characters
love that.
and still pull some shady ass shit like that?
Exactly.
I love that they saw that and just like,
Fuck you.
you
We're
guys
calling
do
Dave and
realize you're
Buster's.
not the. You guys do realize you're not the only people we can go to for this, right?
I mean, Dave and Buster's is basically Chuck E. Cheese's older cousin. that's cooler and
Yeah,
smokes weed.
That serves beer. Yeah.
Yeah, that serves beer, smokes weed, steals his dad's
Chuck E. Cheese
car.
for adults.
Yeah, it's Chuck E.
Yeah.
Cheese for adults, but kids can go there too. It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese has kind of been struggling since trampoline parks became a thing because more kids want to do that than go to Chuck
Well,
E. Cheese.
Main
now.
Event is right there with Chuck E. Cheese then,
Uh-huh,
because
yeah.
It would help if their pizza was better.
I don't argue that actually. Yeah, I don't
I mean,
disagree with
Yeah,
you.
true. I think it would also help if they had better entertainment system instead of this fucking 3 fucking puppets.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're
we-
Charles Entertainment Cheese. Like,
Yeah.
that is your entire title. In fact, I'm actually
Also-
only going to say that now instead of
Yeah. So what's funny is they because in order to compete with Dave and Buster's, they actually got rid of their tokens.
Hmm.
That was the most iconic thing about Chuck E. Cheese.
Right,
They got
right.
rid of the fucking tokens. Like, you got rid of your iconic thing that set you apart from every other place.
Mhm.
And you,
2 steps
Well, besides
forward,
Peter
3
Piper's-
steps back.
yeah.
Besides
and
Peter Piper's shots their token system going.
Yeah, there's still a few places that still have tokens, but like
Holy crap, Peter Piper's! I haven't heard of them in forever.
I'm
I've
sure
never
they're
even
few
heard
and
of
far
them.
between. Yeah.
God, that makes me feel old.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, I just find this hilarious. I just kind of wanted to do this little
Oh, yeah.
jokey joke because, like, we talked about it last week that Chuck E. Cheese is doing this shady shit. They're calling it Five Nights of Fun. Uh-huh.
It's promoting FNAF without promoting FNAF.
Exactly.
But FNAF is like, you know what? Fuck you. I've got to go talk to Dave and be like,
And they
"Hey,
actually
you
have
wanna
collectible
promote?"
cards. What's
Yeah.
crazy is they have collectible cards where it's each of the animatronics posters, and you can collect all 5, which
Mhm.
is awesome. I love that.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it really
Yeah.
got shady whenever Chuck E. Cheese started like banning people who even mentioned
Yeah.
Five Nights at
Yeah.
Freddy's.
Well, okay,
That's
yeah, that is fair.
yeah. So
Yeah.
And they could have raked in the money if they just would have said, yeah, we'll promote Five Nights at Freddy's for you. Make a whole
Well,
ass
I mean, to be
horror
fair,
theme.
I also understand why
Yeah.
they don't, because their main target is kids, and Five Nights at Freddy's is literally about killing kids. So it's one of those things. I get your brand image. I get why you don't want to do that. However, you also could have just let people be and not ban them from ever looking at your stuff. And then you turn around and go, oh yeah, we're going to do a thing called Five Nights of Fun, where 5 days out of the week you can you can basically rent it out. Like, you can stay there from like 8 p.m. to midnight or some shit.
That's what it is.
It's from 8 to 2 in the morning.
8 to 2 in the morning. There you go. So
You
it's
know,
just one
someone
of
to
those
sit there
things.
at 2 o'clock in the morning at Chuck E. Cheese with a bunch of
Just gonna
Well, it's
screaming
like
kids.
a lock-in. It's a lock-in basically. It's like a church lock-in, but you get to do it at Chuck E. Cheese. So I guess I mean, like dude, you want to separate your identity from this, but yet you just couldn't help yourself and decided to call it
Yeah.
Five Nights of Fun. You literally do a poster that is like a spitting image of the Five Nights at Freddy's poster.
I
Come
showed
on.
a friend of mine I
It
told my
was-
friend to pull up the poster for the movie, and then I
Yeah.
showed him what Chuck E. Cheese did, and he started laughing his fucking ass off.
Oh,
He's
it's
like, "That's
absolutely
fucking
hilarious.
ridiculous."
It is. It's 100% ridiculous. It's so fucking stupid.
It's
but,
like you could have promoted yourself. Chuck E. Cheese could have promoted themselves really, really well if they worked with them. Like, yeah, I understand the opposite aspects of going on, but still, you could have
well,
like,
you could have raked
done
in
some great
dough.
promotions.
You
You
could have
could have
raked
done
in
some
Especially-
great
money.
promotions.
Especially it being from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. After 12, after like 12 o'clock, that last 2 to 3 hours could have been just adults in a horror Chuck E. Cheese. You know what I fucking mean? The first few
I don't think
hours,
it would go that
fine,
far.
the kids, but after that, adult section, and that's it. Then you want to rent
They
out
made
the
the
whole place for
mistake
that long
of-
time period.
Yeah,
They made the mistake of trying to have their cake and eat it too.
exactly. And
Yeah.
that was their biggest problem.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's the
That's
problem
how
they
they
had for a
screwed
while,
themselves.
actually.
yeah,
If I'm right.
Yeah.
but that being said, I think it's just one of those things. It's a little silly. It's actually really funny too.
It is.
I mean, this is something that I don't think it's gonna like last forever on the internet, but like we'll like 2 or 3 years down the line, whenever like the last FNAF movie is coming out with Matthew Lillard, and we'll be like, hey, you guys remember that weird Chuck E. Cheese Dave and Buster's shit that they pulled?
Remember when Charles Entertainment Cheese was a thing?
Yeah, exactly. As
Right.
they're closing down the last Chuck E. Cheese. And of course,
Just these kids like on the street. My mom told me that at one point there was this huge thing between them, Dave and Buster's, in some movie.
yeah.
That's gonna start to move on right there.
But yeah, it's crazy.
Oh,
It's stupid but crazy.
oh, stupid but crazy. Absolutely, 100%. But yeah, so I mean, when it comes down to it, it's just one of those things. It's a little funny, but I figured we might as well talk about it since we were already talking about FNAF coming out this weekend.
Yeah.
And I just figured it'd be a fun little first topic to get our gears going a little bit. All right, so going from that, we're gonna go ahead and go into Spider-Man 2. Also came out this last weekend, and of course, there's a lot of people that are super excited about it. I got my copy of it, so of course I haven't been playing the shit out of it. I've actually been super busy, but I had played a fair chunk of it, so there is that.
Jacksepticeye is already on it too.
And
That's why I've been watching it.
Of course, the Loud Irishman, of course.
Rad Brad is on it.
right.
I don't know if any of you guys know the YouTuber Rad Brad. He's a really great YouTuber, honestly. He's on it too.
He's also a really good one.
Yeah,
He's really good.
I
One.
have
He's a
I
good
have
one
a
too.
few. I have a limited number of gaming YouTubers that I watch. I like to stick to those.
Yeah. But so apparently there is some news that, if I'm not mistaken, it's basically
Some physical copies are actually
not working.
Um,
Yeah,
Most of it's in Europe.
What?
Yeah.
Most of it's
we
overseas.
don't have to worry about it. All right,
Yeah.
then. Worry about it. What
Most of
overseas
the
people do
issues-
with
This is
problem?
America where our
Are
games
coming
work.
from Europe. A few hits
Half
here
the
and there in the States.
yeah,
But from the complaints going on and what the developers and Sony's basically telling us to just download the day one patch and it should work. But also I think it's stupid. Like, don't get me wrong, I love gaming, but gaming nowadays is a pain in the ass. You have, when you're buying a physical copy, me personally, I prefer a physical copy. There's something about having a physical copy of the game that makes it worthwhile.
yep. I agree.
But nowadays, you gotta, when you buy the game, you have to install the game, like install it, and it's hundreds of gigs for no particular reason. And then when the internet's out, you can't play it.
It can take anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours on a good day. Like, I completely agree. We've gotten to the point where the digital era is killing us on a gaming scale.
But I mean, even on the digital era part of it, I mean, I remember I got God of War Ragnarok pre-ordered digitally, and it took almost a solid day for it to download.
Yeah.
And
That,
the thing
that
is,
is
it's
very
like,
true.
and of course, the other thing I find funny is, when I was downloading Spider-Man 2, it's like, oh yeah, you could just start the application without updating because the disc is copied. And I'm like, yeah, I've fallen for that trick before.
Yeah.
Anytime that you do that now, you can't play the game unless it updates.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dude,
We'd love to let you play this game, but it's got to update first.
yeah. And then my next question is why even give somebody the option to do that? That makes no sense. If you're not going to be able to play the game, then why give them an option to play the game without updating?
I mean, we've also kind of
False
gone
hopes.
from
False hopes.
we've also gone from like a culture of ownership to like a culture of renting. Because like, if
Mhm.
you're talking about like music, like almost everybody's got like a Spotify or an Apple Music thing where we're renting our music,
Yeah.
or we're using streaming service where we're renting our,
Media.
media, and it's kind of turning to the same thing with video games. Like if you have Game Pass, you have these games, but it's only for a little bit, and then
Game Pass got. Sorry.
yeah, no, it's fun. But like we also have all these digital copies, which at any point could potentially just be revoked.
Yeah.
So it's just,
I mean, shit, they finally took the Avengers game off of every digital platform. You can't play it anymore. It is literally dead.
Same thing with the Deadpool. You can't find digital anywhere. The Deadpool video game.
But if you have a physical copy, you can still play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game Pass got rid of Games with Gold, which was basically a hey, here's a free game, have fun, it's yours.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like,
that's
Well,
well,
to be
because
fair,
they got
Game Pass
Game Pass
kind of
Ultimate.
replaced that.
Yeah.
well, no, so they had Game Pass and Games with Gold together.
Right.
For a while, yeah,
You
I
had-
remember.
You had the rental system, but you also had the hey, here's a freebie,
Mhm.
which was good.
Yeah.
The problem is though their freebies sucked.
That
Like-
is true.
Like when I was doing it, I've had it for a number of years now. Like there'd just be months in a row that I wouldn't download the game because it was a crappy game.
I actually got a few that I really enjoy off of Games with Gold.
Yeah, I found a couple that were enjoyable, but a lot of them were like really crappy games. But and my other issue, I don't like digital games are annoying. Like yeah, I have digital games that I've bought, because I got a killer deal when I got Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Right.
I got like the whole season pass plus a couple other things with the game, and normally like a $60-$70 game, because of stuff that I had, I dropped it down to like $30. But like I went to go play it maybe a couple months ago, because my internet was out. I was like, okay, internet's out, but I can still play my game. I went to start Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and it's like, please insert disc. I'm like, what the fuck? I own this game. Why can't I play it? And that's been one of my main issues with digital.
Yeah.
That is fair.
Yeah. What is this?
Well,
Yeah, single player games that you have to have an internet connection for is kind of BS.
I'll give you one that's kind of shocked you. It'll shock you a little bit. I had the Return to Arkham series, right, which is Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. I
Great
was
game.
able to
Yeah.
play those. They're great games, absolutely.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
able to play those without an internet connection. I'll do you one better. I was able to play a digital edition of God of War 2018 without an internet connection. It just wouldn't save. I had to manually save some stuff.
that's a
That is
little annoying.
great.
A little bit.
Actually.
Yeah, no, manual saving is, unless you're planning on just getting off, it is annoying as all hell. I don't disagree with
is.
you.
Well, it also brings back to the days of memory cards.
Oh my
Mm.
god. You just brought back
Memory
PTSD flashback, and it's fucking. You
I
brought
could
back
take- I could-
Vietnam PTSD, you bastard.
I'm gonna take you back further. The games that you couldn't save. You die, you start over.
Oh, man.
Damn.
There was
I
an
can't
Xbox.
imagine nowadays to do that. Oh, cool. That would be so fucking annoying.
There was an
Yeah,
Xbox
you got used to it.
game. I don't remember the name of it, but it required like a extremely expensive controller, and it was extremely complicated. But there was like no save file. Like if you're like, it was like a mech game. Like it was on the original PlayStation, and if you died in the game, like if you don't eject in time, then it deletes your save.
Oh, that's annoying.
It was just like, why would
That's
you do
fucking
this? And it required just the most convoluted controller.
Mm.
I'll have to look up what it is, but yeah.
But another thing on there on the Spider-Man news is that Yuri Lowenthal Lowenthal wants Deadpool to be in Marvel Spider-Man by the Insomniac games. And honestly, I wouldn't mind if Insomniac made a Deadpool game. I think if there's anybody
It
that could do it
makes sense.
well, it would be Insomniac. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
the Deadpool game that we got it's okay. It just gets
But
very
stupid.
repetitive.
They want him to be in
You
Deadpool 3.
you work on that, sir.
What's up?
Yeah. He wants Deadpool to show up in the third Spider-Man because he wants to do it. I guess they're gearing for a third one. Nothing's been confirmed yet, but if they do a third one, he wants Deadpool to show up.
Oh, that would be awesome. I actually wouldn't mind.
That's what the article was talking
And again,
about.
Okay.
it makes sense for Deadpool to be in a Spider-Man game.
Mhm.
It does.
I agree.
The way those two interact in the comics is amazing.
Yeah. And it's just one of those things. It's like I completely wholeheartedly agree with it. It's one of those. I feel like if you're gonna do a Spider-Man game, you're gonna do these games that actually follow the comics relatively okay, and you still add your own spin. I think adding Deadpool, doing your own spin with it, I think that's perfectly fine. Make it a side
Absolutely.
mission, make it one of the little extra, make it a DLC. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't mind for a DLC. with
Right? I
Deadpool.
wouldn't care.
That would be
Or
fun.
make Deadpool playable. Like as Deadpool in New York City, do a couple missions at him. That's what he means.
Yeah, instead of
kinda like
of webbing, he has a grappling hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun actually.
Reports.
Yeah.
Because of where Spider-Man is based, it's based in New York. There's a ton of heroes you can use that are based in New York.
Exactly.
That's the whole thing too. Like you could do
Luke
cameos
Cage,
of
Daredevil.
the Defenders from Hell's Kitchen. You could do X-Men. You can do fucking the Avengers. A couple of Avengers here and there.
Well, that's actually why
They have
technically
Avengers
you could play
powers, so why
Spider-Man.
not?
Yeah.
That's why technically you could play Spider-Man in the Avengers game if you
Yeah.
had a PlayStation.
Yeah.
But only if you had a PlayStation. So there was that, and because I think that they were it was supposed to be Insomniac Spider-Man, but it was a completely different suit. And that's fine. I personally don't care. But no, like I like the fact that like they do there's one of the photo taking missions in Spider-Man 2018. You have a point where you take a photo of Nelson and Murdoch's attorney at law area, like their little shop. So
I remember that. And
yeah.
and
So I mean, they
Spider-Man
hint at
2
these bigger heroes.
In Spider-Man 2, you do see the Sanctum from Doctor Strange.
You saw it in
There's
the
a
first
cool-
game too.
I don't remember in the first game.
It was one of the photo taking.
There's a little side, sort of spoilers. There's a little side mission that you have to do that involves going to the Sanctum.
Oh, that's cool. I'm looking forward to that. Don't spoil anything else, or I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
But
This was important. They do actually do a tribute to Chadwick Boseman.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Yeah,
good.
That is
What
nice.
I've only seen it with when you're playing Miles. I don't know if you can see it as Peter too. You should be able to.
Probably.
But if you go up to the Wakanda embassy in New York, Miles will turn around and do the Wakanda Forever pose.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
I like cool
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
And I guess if you complete certain missions, you could get a Spider-Man costume for Miles that almost looks like Black Panther.
Oh, that's cool. That actually is pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
I was just saying, so I thought that was really cool that they did that little tribute for him.
Yeah, no, that's a good tribute to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, going on to our next topic, Jason Blum is actually brought out a little bit of information about the upcoming Spawn movie, which I don't know about you. I've been fucking waiting for this damn shit.
With Blum,
Jamie Foxx has been announced as Spawn. You have Todd
You
McFarlane
got
coming
Jamie
in.
Foxx as Spawn. What?
Yeah. Al Simmons, aka Spawn, is going to be played by Jamie Foxx in this, which I think is like pitch fucking perfect, honestly.
It's as good as you can get out after Keith David.
Exactly. And
We can't get a Michael J. Why you good?
He's too old. I mean, granted, Jamie Foxx ain't young, but like, yeah,
See?
I don't think Jamie Foxx, I think, is in his 40s.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see what Blumhouse Studios does with Spawn.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. I love the idea of like this. Oh no, Jamie Foxx is 55. Anyways, no, I would love to see what Blumhouse does with Spawn, and I believe they said that Spawn is going to get that Blumhouse edge, which is honestly what Spawn needs.
Mhm.
In my opinion, Spawn is one of those. It's like you have to toe the line really harshly.
I'm expecting a rated R version.
Oh no, it's going to be
For this
rated R.
movie.
I'm just talking about like
It
honestly,
has to be rated
Spawn
R.
goes
Boys.
borderline. With Spawn, you go borderline, and I do mean borderline, not rated territory, like almost X, almost.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing for like it's not for the sexual element of it, which granted there is that is in there. it's mostly just because
The gore.
like we're talking
and
about
the horror.
not even really the gore. I mean, yeah, that too, but like you're talking about like in the animated series, there's a point where a character is literally a child predator and murderer.
Yeah, we're talking about a man sent straight from hell, given the powers to punish the wicked.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And it's
Worse than Ghost Rider.
yeah.
and
And
the Punisher combined. Basically, if you put Ghost Rider and
Punisher
Punisher
combined with
together,
Ghost
you get
Rider,
Spawn.
and
I mean, the clown
It's
is just
fun.
called the Violator, like of all.
yeah,
things.
he is called Violator. No, Violator is a different character.
Isn't he?
Violator is the clown.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Violator.
Yeah,
Violator is a
Violator.
character for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
in
one of
it
the
in
true
some things.
demons. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of the demons that's like supposed to look around at, like, he's supposed to kind of manipulate Spawn into like causing the end of the world.
Yeah,
Still, but with a name like Violator, like
Yeah, exactly. And you know, like
Yeah.
You kind of know what you're getting into.
now,
Yeah.
granted, if I want
sure,
to
for
cast a Violator, I don't know who I would cast for him. Like John Leguizamo was a good choice.
He
was a decent choice. It was just terrible script writing.
It really was.
And then
We could have
honestly,
done so much better.
you could have made it so much creepier. That was the biggest thing. But I think honestly, like Bill Skarsgård would not be a bad choice, but I feel like you might be typecasting him a little bit if you do that.
Yeah, most definitely.
I would honestly go with an unknown. Get an unknown
Mhm.
to play Violator, and I feel
Yeah.
like you'd
Yeah.
have a good choice. You'd have a good chance there. But no, I mean, I just wanted to talk about this because I mean, it's one of those, like, I've been looking forward to this movie for so damn long. Todd McFarlane said he's going to have a bigger hand in this, which is good because I mean, he's the original fucking comic creator. So there you go. And then on top of that, like, this is his baby. He knows what he's doing with it. I mean, you could basically get, if Hellraiser was a superhero movie, that's Spawn, and it's insanely accurate. Am I wrong? So it's one of those things. That's
It
like
is.
you can
Yeah,
get
definitely
that
for sure.
in a movie, and I absolutely adore the idea. I adore the idea of it, and the fact that Blumhouse, a horror studio, is doing this. That's pitch perfect right there. That's a match made in heaven.
really is.
The only other people I would have said that would have probably done it well enough is, I would argue, HBO did it really good with the animated series. I feel like if you gave it like Warner Brothers that had the backing for it, it would have been okay. Oh, we lost Leon
Bye,
for a
Leo.
very brief
And he's
second.
back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bad weather. It's supposed to be raining, so bad weather.
We're already getting rain down here in Texas, or
Yeah.
at least I am. I don't know about
Oh, I am. I got some
Yeah.
rain today too.
Yeah.
Oh man, I really
But-
hope it doesn't end up turning out to be one of those winters where it just
Yeah.
rains all winter long.
I'm just
And
really
then
glad
like
I'm not a field
around
worker
March we
anymore.
get frozen. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all wet
Shitty
now.
ass
It's
winter.
gonna freeze.
Yeah, exactly. Oh
Yeah,
my god. Yeah. But no,
Good thing I'm not planning to go anywhere tomorrow because it's already cold. It's supposed to rain, and then it's supposed to get down to like 35.
Mm.
So
Jealous.
Hey, you're lucky. We're still in the fucking 80s and 70s.
unless
I
it's
would
raining,
like to
we
have
go to
like
the
50s and
60s
60s by
and 70s.
now.
70s actually for me would be comfortable.
A 70
70
degree
is
weather,
comfortable for everybody.
slightly cloudy with a very minimal breeze is what I consider a perfect day. We get one of those every year in Texas. And of course,
Yeah.
I'm almost
I think we
always
already had it.
inside every fucking time.
I'm
And
pretty
it
sure we already
pisses me
had it
off.
this year. Like that
Yeah.
day
Yeah,
came
we
and
did.
went.
Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah,
it was like
we
a
did.
day and a half, and it was gone. Like as soon as the clouds went out, it like almost immediately baked, and it was terrible. But yeah, back onto Spawn. It comes down to a factor of like, I'm super excited about this. I don't know about you guys if you're hearing. I know for some of you, it's the first time you're hearing about this story. The
It
fact
is.
that they are doing it. I'm just glad it's
I'm
finally getting
excited
out of
for it.
development hell.
Yes.
I'm excited for it, and I'm excited for it. I just really hope they do really well with this movie. Bring back Spawn. That's all you can really do.
I think with Todd
Yeah.
McFarlane attached, you have a good chance of it being in good hands.
I agree.
Like the original Spawn movie was what, the 80s?
90s.
90s. Oh, yeah, we
Early
got the
90s.
cheesy 90s superhero movies.
Mid 90s. Because it was adherent with CGI. It was just terrible CGI.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like it needs it of all the movies that could be remade. This is one that deserves it.
Oh, wholeheartedly, yeah.
Wholeheartedly. Like I never saw the original Spawn. Like I've heard of it.
97, so late
I've
90s.
seen the trailer.
Mm.
I remember watching the trailers for Spawn. It just wasn't my kind of hero to watch at that time. But I might take a chance and see if I could find it and watch it, and then hopefully whenever this Spawn comes out, definitely watch it.
Oh, yeah.
If they do very well, they might even aspire to make more anti-hero type movies.
I would actually like to see a
please
lot
do.
more.
Okay,
anti-hero films.
Here's some good news. The only other character that named character that has been casted is Jeremy Renner is going to be playing Detective Twitch. That's a really good casting choice right there. The only other person I would have said would have been good would have been DJ Qualis.
Jeremy Renner, especially after his accent that he had. It's
Yeah.
good thing he's getting back out there.
Well, I mean, this movie's been in development since 2019, so
Yeah.
there's that.
Well,
too.
that's when he had his accent. Like that's right around where he had his
19?
accent.
Dude, he had his accent at this
That
last
was
year.
like 2020.
last year,
Yeah, like 2022.
Yeah.
Time is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It
no,
is. It's been
no, I
really
mean,
weird
it's
last few years.
yeah, and I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like I personally think this is going to be a good movie, especially with Todd McFarlane attached, and you already have a pretty solid cast so far.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've always said, if the original creator is attached to it, I have a little more hope.
Well, to be fair, Frank Miller was attached to quite a few things, and they didn't end up all that well. But that's a different story for a different time. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and go into the Avatar. We actually got some new photos for the Avatar: Last Airbender live-action series heading to Netflix, I believe, later this year. If not,
No shit.
Either
next
later
year.
this year, early next year. If
I
remember
believe that's
correctly.
what they said. Yeah. So I think it's like
I'm
sometime
ready.
early next year. So we got the pictures for Uncle Iroh, for Fire Lord Ozai, Azula, and I believe we got a better look at Zuko. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest, it literally looks like they just ripped these animated characters out of animation
yeah.
and put them in
Oh,
live
yeah.
action. The makeup, the design, the costumes are so freaking good. The casting is phenomenal.
It really
the
is.
more, the
Definitely.
more they can do to erase the abomination, the better.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The M Night
No,
Shyamalan.
no, I don't know what you're talking about. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. Not at all.
No.
that wasn't
Zuko-
There's
thing.
never a movie like that.
here's-
Zuko looks amazing. Zoho looks amazing. Azula
Yeah.
looks great.
Azula does look good.
Fire Lord Ozai looks fucking phenomenal. He looks
Yeah.
almost exactly like how he did in the
He
show.
looks like
Yeah.
he's about to rip off some fucking airbender skulls out of their thing and wear them as fucking
Yeah.
cookies.
No, and Uncle
That
Iroh
dude
looks
looks
like
like-
he was just ripped
That's
out
how
of
I
the
imagine. Like that's how I imagine Iroh. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I imagine
Iroh's
Iroh in
thing
person.
real life. I hope he had.
Yeah.
I hope that. I'm sure the actors are. They took their time picking the right actors. I hope he
Oh,
brings
yeah.
the same love and caringness that we got from the animated series. Bring that
So-
to life.
We
Because
also
that
have the
was the
series.
most-
We also have
everybody-
the series too, though. For Uncle
Yeah, yeah.
Iroh, because
But
he's a
that
serious
was
character
what-
himself.
Iroh was. He was a loving, caring character, but also
Yeah.
would kick your ass if you pissed him off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Leon,
Here's
you bring
the
up a
thing.
good point.
okay, go ahead, Ali. No.
I really hope that this is an indication that we're heading into an era where when Hollywood makes these adaptations, they're actually taking their time with the casting.
Yes.
Because we've seen how rushing these things can really screw it up.
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop. Sorry. Sorry about that.
Oh,
God,
man.
that
Got a
I-
frog in
I-
your throat there, buddy?
Maybe. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I actually don't hate that adaptation, but good God, I could tell it was rushed.
But like,
There is one quote from that movie that show that's just
Oh yeah. Yeah. They added like cuss words in it that made no fucking sense. And there's like random bits of gore too. I'm like, I mean, I'm here for the gore. That's awesome, but like, what the fuck? that show is so
a lot
weird.
of WTF moments.
Yeah, like the fucking people turning into trees. That's one of the weirdest ones. I'm like, I still go back to it. I'm like,
Wait, did they try to connect it to damn it, Vash the Stampede?
I don't know. It was like the
Probably.
main villains of the episode were environmental terrorists. Yeah.
Oh, I know what
Yeah.
episode you're talking about too. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, I get you.
The
I
one
get
lady
you.
accidentally inhales the spores and is,
Yeah.
you know, I was like, okay, I don't know how I feel about this one. This is a weird one for sure.
You want to read a book where it's got something akin to that, with like the spores and stuff. There's actually a book called Trust of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson, and it's actually amazing. Imagine if the Princess Bride, like where Princess Buttercup was a badass and just like went and got her man. That's pretty much what the
Oh,
book is.
okay, cool.
It's honestly
Okay.
amazing.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
I was kind of worried where you were going. There's like, do I have to like come down there and smack you when you talk about Princess Bride?
Yeah, seriously.
It's honestly
I
really
heard
good.
that and I'm just like, tread carefully.
So the point I was trying to make originally with this is I think a lot of people are starting to forget now because they're just excited about the show, and that's fine. I get it. But when it comes down to it, originally the original showrunners were a part of this. They left halfway through production because they wanted to go do other things because of the new movies that are coming out. So, but they did say that the production is in good hands. Everybody that stayed behind is huge fans and appreciates the lore, and they made sure that they're leaving it behind in good hands. So, you know, even if the show is, at least it looks like the actual adaptation, and that's fun. And I'm
How many episodes are we getting of this?
in the first season, I think we're getting.
I think it's like the same as One Piece. It's supposed to be 10 episodes, like 8 or 10 episodes, and they're going to be like an hour long.
Yeah,
I'm not positive.
No,
about that,
no. I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. How many chapters are we getting? Chapters.
We're getting
like,
3 seasons.
Are we getting?
Do we?
Yeah, we're getting 3 seasons.
Like, so the water, earth, and then fire one, right?
Are we though?
Yeah, we're getting 3 seasons.
We know how this can work.
Oh yeah, we know how Netflix is. They like to give you something really, really
They
good
love
and
that
then take it
cancel humor
away.
there.
Yeah. Really, only if it doesn't do good. Like, they're still doing okay with Stranger Things. And they're finally about to end it. No, I feel like...
the fucking...
Yeah.
Didn't they say that like twice already?
What?
That they're about to end Stranger Things?
No, this
It's
time,
still making them
this
money,
time the
like-
Duffer Brothers... This time the Duffer Brothers have said, no, this is the finale. This is it. This is done.
Of Stranger
And
Things.
they even said that I'm so ready to end this series already.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's neither here nor
The
there.
spin-offs.
Yeah. No, here's the thing. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't care about the other kids that were in the facility with 11. You tried to get a spinoff going off the grounds in season 2, and that was the worst fucking episode of the entire series. Correct me if I'm fucking wrong. That is the worst episode out of the entire series. And
I don't
here's
know.
the
I
thing.
have not seen the series. Sorry.
Yeah.
remember which episode
No,
you're talking
my thing
about.
is it's in season 2. It's right before the finale.
Okay. I'll have to watch. It's been a while since I watched it, so I gotta watch
It's been a
it.
while.
Dude, it is like one of the worst meanwhile segments and placement I have ever seen. It is so bad. But again, neither here nor there. Any more thoughts, comments, concerns on these photos from the new live action Avatar: The Last Airbender?
I'm just excited for it. That's all. I'm just really excited to see this go forward.
yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too. I love how they look. They look amazing. I know we got some shots of Aang, Sokka, and Katara, but I don't know if those were official yet or not.
They were.
So,
Those were
they
our
were?
first official looks. Yeah.
Okay,
These are
so
just extra
They look
set
amazing.
photos.
I can't wait to see when they do the flashback stuff with Monkey Yatso. I can't wait to see how they do Boomy.
I'm
there's
looking forward
so
to how
many-
they're going to do
There's
Boomy.
so many characters. I hope they have Cabbage Guy because that's like
I think the
Oh,
creator
yeah,
said,
he's
"Oh
the
no,
most
Cabbage Man is coming
important
in."
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I think they
He's
said
like
he's
the most
coming in.
important guy in the whole series, honestly.
Yeah.
he is and
Like,
he
of
isn't.
all
Which
the
is great.
characters
He's
Yeah.
the best. Like
that
one
we
of the
don't have a
greatest
name
side
for.
characters ever is Cabbage Guy.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to see what they do with the rest of the characters. I hope they look just as amazing.
Oh yeah.
And I hope the show does wonders because Avatar is one of my favorite shows.
Oh yeah. No, it's easily still one of my favorite animated shows of all time. John, I feel like you got some words behind your thumb there.
No, it's just then. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, like, you know, it is one of the like only like few examples of Western animation still like being awesome.
Yeah, but you could even tell it took a shitload of inspiration from Eastern animation too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which is like a good balance. You know?
Yeah.
Which is why a lot of the argument is it considered anime or not? That's a bit of argument for
it's
that.
American anime. It's American anime.
I don't consider it. Look, honestly, it's the same way I don't consider Pokemon anime.
But Pokemon is anime.
It is anime.
I know it is. Yeah, I know. Look, don't get me wrong. I know it is. I do.
It'd be like saying Yu-Gi-Oh is an anime. Yu-Gi-Oh is 100%.
I thought Yu-Gi-Oh was an anime for like the longest time. Honestly, I didn't think half of the series would get here.
This is a stupid as hell argument.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna say I didn't.
Literally means animation.
I know. There's a difference between cart like fucking US and anime from Japan. Okay. To me, to be anime, you have to consider the following: slavery, history, a ton of murder, gore, and a lot of other inappropriate stuff you can't watch in America without being by the
have
FAA.
you not watched Cardcaptor Sakura?
Well, they stopped making that kind of stuff after like the 90s and early 2000s.
Hamtaro.
Yes.
Hamtaro.
I'm trying to figure out where the fuck his argument went. What the fuck is this?
I know.
I don't fucking know. I went off on all fun intended. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
I don't consider a lot of things.
My argument is just phonetics with the mouth movements. That's
Yeah.
that's just my argument.
Okay. Before this becomes this giant ass like 3-hour tangent, I'm gonna go ahead.
We'll save that for a reel.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and go into. We're going to go ahead and go into our final topic of the night, which is Marvel is collaborating with Magic the Gathering to give us I believe a new set.
Yeah,
a new deck and everything.
So like the universe expansion stuff that they've been doing with Doctor Who was the recent one, Lord of the Rings, Transformers, the Godzilla series, My Little Pony of all things. And now their newest one is the Marvel stuff. And from what I've read and looked up, people have been actually wanting this for years. Wizards of the Coast have been wanting to do this for years, and they just now finally they got the final okay to do it, and we should be getting them sometime in the year 2025.
Dope.
Nice. And Magic the Gathering kind of like started dipping their toes in Universes Beyond with their Dungeons Dragons set, like going like within company things, and then they went like My Little Pony, and they also went with Stranger Things, and kind of just dipping their toes.
I do remember they did Stranger Things. Yeah,
I think the first secret layer that they did, where it was like Universes Beyond, was like The Walking Dead.
Yes,
which was like pretty controversial at the time, but now I don't think anybody cares. But yeah, I think it's awesome that like we're getting like these unique cards that are
limited
tailored.
sets and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know. I really like it. I really enjoyed the Lord of the Rings set, and I thought it was very unique, had a lot of flavor. I feel like if they have as good of writing as they did for that one, it's gonna be just as good.
Yeah, and I feel like Marvel, you have enough lore in that universe that you could make a very really well-written Magic Gathering universe kind of thing. So,
well, and this does support the idea that the universe of Magic the Gathering isn't a closed-off universe. It is deeply, deeply varied.
Yeah.
A lot of people, from what I've heard, and I've talked to a few people that play Magic the Gathering, they're like, they can't wait to see what commander decks they come out with.
Oh yeah,
for this. I
swear, if Captain America isn't red, white, and blue,
he's got
So quick
He's not
question:
just
how are they sorted? The magic cards sorted. I'm not gonna try to repeat any of the words.
Nothing
So-
has been shown yet for the Marvel stuff, though. But are you
No, I
talking,
mean,
or are you talking Magic in general?
like magic in general. Like, are they sorted about like how D&D is? Like, you got your tanks, rangers, stuff like that kind of stuff. Or what?
Oh, I mean, they have different
I don't know.
colors that
I
do
don't.
different things.
I don't play type the type
So
of card games.
you've got red, which is known for just hard hitting for the
Mhm.
most part. Black tends to, hey, you killed my guy? No, you didn't. Fuck off. Blue, which is fuck off, you don't get to do your thing. Green is kind of a mix between hard hitting and healing, and white is defending and healing. Feel free to
Sure.
correct me on
If,
any of those.
if you want
No,
to,
that sounds about right.
if you want to like compare it to D&D sort of things, blue is wizards, white is paladins, black is necromancers, green is druids, and then what's the one I'm missing? Red is barbarians.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I was wondering about this. Like, which characters from Marvel or whatever would be sorted in those rankings in the system?
Oh, they're gonna be multicolored for sure.
mhm.
Like I could
Which
totally
is-
see Iron Man being red green. I could totally see that.
Being red.
Hulk is gonna be straight up green.
Easily, yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Big dumb creature. Yes, that's gonna be green.
And it's gonna be cool. They're gonna. I really hope they do this because they haven't done this for a long time. Do you guys remember, like with the werewolves, where you would flip the card over when they're transformed?
Oh yeah,
I hope
Transformers.
they-
I
cards.
got those.
I hope they do that with Hulk.
Oh yeah.
They've got those for vampires.
I think they should do that with a lot of the characters. Because
I wouldn't do that with all the characters.
So yeah, that's the thing. With Hulk, it makes sense just because Bruce Banner and the Hulk are two separate entities.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Doing it with other characters would make less sense. I could see it happening for Red Hulk, the She-Hulks, but the Hulk line.
Yeah, I can see him doing with those. X-Men, I think, are going to be interesting if they use X-Men characters. Those are going to be interesting. I would like. It's funny they bring this out, and I literally just got rid of my Magic cards. This is probably going to bring me back in, and I would totally play a freaking X-Men deck.
It's an expensive hobby.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I tried to get into competitive Commander, and after making one deck, I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Making decks is
I
so
don't-
fucking hard with Magic, and it's
I don't
it's
understand that. Hold on. Somebody has to explain it. Like I said, I don't play Magic.
We
Gathering
don't have
cards.
time to explain.
Yeah.
it.
That's
let's-
a whole.
Let's
That's
just
a
say
whole
I spent
reel.
$1,000 on a
Mhm.
Magic the Gathering deck, went to a competition, and didn't win a single game.
On the flip side, my first time playing a Commander game,
Mhm.
I accidentally found a synergy in somebody else's deck they weren't aware of and won.
Oh wow.
It's really just a game of I don't know what's going on here, but I'm gonna make it work.
And I
Yeah.
say I spent $1,000. I'll say my deck at the end was worth $1,000. A lot of those I got in like booster packs that I didn't spend
Yeah.
that much on. So I didn't just
Right.
drop a K on
I
This
would
is
do
kind of
on
why.
you
cardboard rectangles. No, I did not.
This
do
is
that.
kind of why I stick with more Yu-Gi-Oh competitively because I could spend $100 on a pretty decent deck and top of locals and maybe a regional.
Mhm.
Personally, I like sorting them.
Mhm.
It's something I can do without actually thinking about things, and I really enjoy cracking open the booster pack.
Booster
Oh
packs.
yeah. That's what I love too. That's what I love about Yu-Gi-Oh. And people are like, "Why don't you just buy the singles?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll buy the singles of certain cards, but there's just something about opening the packs."
Mhm.
Yeah, if I think that a specific
Dude.
card will help with what I'm trying to do, I have no problem dropping money on it.
I also like how
What?
in Magic trading is still kind of alive. In Yu-Gi-Oh, it's kind of hit or miss depending on where you are. Like,
Oh, did you guys hear? Speaking about Yu-Gi-Oh, did you guys hear about that guy who put down Zodia twice in one game?
He
I call
went
hacks.
10-0. He went 10-0. He didn't go any further, but he did 10 matches. And
I call hacks.
Yeah, a little bit.
How you call? Oh, wait, how you gonna call hacks on a card game if you can't hack? Hey,
no,
People in Vegas make a living off of hacking the card games.
this is
True.
a
Don't get started.
not for very long. They get put on a list
no-
for that kind of thing.
They do get put
Yeah.
on the list.
but no, it was crazy. This guy, like, he actually started blowing up on YouTube, like right around when a card called Mystic Mind showed up, and then it seemed like he dropped off for a bit. Then all of a sudden, you see him at the YCS Indianapolis last weekend, and he's just playing this Draco Slayer Exodia deck, FTK, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And the crowd was going nuts as soon as he dropped the round one way. As soon as he drops the head down, his opponent's like, fuck, and everyone's just like, yeah. And like in game 3, there, as he's pulling out the pieces, as soon as they were cheering, and we went to the last one, the whole crowd is like, one more card.
These like games, like these trading card games can get intense.
They
Like
can, yeah.
back when I was back in Texas, when the local nerd shop was still in business, I loved watching Commander games happen.
I think it was because Exodia is one of the most iconic cards in the Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game, alongside Dark
I'm
Magician,
glad
Blue
you
Eyes,
said
and
one
Red
of them.
Eyes.
I will appreciate the fact that you said one of the most.
Yeah, those five
What?
those 5 pieces are one of the most iconic creatures in all of Yu-Gi-Oh. So seeing it in 2023 into a regionals, it's very nostalgic.
It's one of the most iconic characters in all of card games. Like,
Yeah. That is definitely.
I think the Marvel Magic the Gathering cards are just going to be collectibles and not be used in contests.
Oh, I call bull.
I call
depends.
absolute bullshit. Yeah.
It's like people didn't think
Really?
Cards from the Lord of the Rings set was going to be any good, but now the One Ring is getting a bunch of play. Orcish Bowmasters is getting a bunch of play. People are making Sauron decks and being pretty good.
Here's the thing: you give Magic players time to fit the particular mechanics of a card into their decks, they will find a way
Oh,
to
100%.
use it to their advantage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If the dude from Because Science can make a Turing machine with Magic cards, I think we'll find some sort of exploit.
Well,
A
with that,
turd machine? Hold on.
with how you-
Hold on. A turd machine?
And
A Turing machine.
it's a basic computer.
Oh.
I love that.
Go look it up, dude. It's
Oh.
like a 20-minute video.
I don't want to.
like Ali
makes it so
Ali
hard.
was saying, I think what she was talking about, like you give a player time. I believe that's with any card game, really.
Mhm.
With any trading card game, you give a player time, they're gonna pull a strategy out from their deck that a
Pokemon.
person that has been playing this deck for years would never think of that strategy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
like,
especially
so
with new
base-
cards coming out so
Pokemon,
often
I
as
guess?
they are.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter what the game is. With new cards coming out as often as they do, there's always new strategies being developed. Whether they work or not is anybody's guess, but that's part of the fun of the game.
I don't know.
That's why we play.
Yeah, I don't know much about in Magic stuff, but again, back to Yu-Gi-Oh, like people are using cards now that came back when the game first started out, that back then they weren't very useful. No one could figure out how they could be incorporated into a deck properly to make it viable to win tournaments. Nowadays you're seeing again Exodia fucking going in to it, you're seeing all these other iconic original cards that you remember seeing from the TV shows going and helping decks top.
You want to see an MTG old card reaction. You go to any Magic the Gathering player and mention, oh crap, what was it? Grave Lotus? Black Lotus?
Black
Black Lotus.
Black Lotus.
The
Anyone who's been in the
$10,000
game for a
monstrosity of a
while.
card.
You guys, y'all were the kids that sat there in the corner of recess and played Pokemon on day one shot with other kids.
I was that kid.
I figured that he was.
Nope,
Thing
I was in the
about,
library reading books.
thing about Pokemon cards though is more people buy those for just nostalgic value. Like if there's like a fancy Charizard or something, people are gonna buy it just to have it than to actually play it.
For me, I collect Pokemon more than I do play.
Exactly.
To
yeah.
this
See,
day, I don't know how the Pokemon game works.
it's weird.
Same.
Man.
It's a little complicated.
Same.
Yeah.
It
I
is
don't understand how it works either.
Always have a.
I can
coin
probably
by
figure out
nearby,
how
'cause there's
fucking
a lot of
Yu-Gi-Oh
coins.
works, like
that's
fast
easy.
as hell,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
but I can't
Yu-Gi-Oh!
figure out how
It's
fucking
simple.
the other one works.
Pokemon, you could buy, like, even when it first started being a TCG, I bet 95% of the
know
people who
language.
buying the cards did
I
not-
summoned
did not
Pikachu
know.
in attack mode, I guess.
Precisely.
Hold on, because I actually do want to do this. I summon Pot of Greed, which means I get to draw three more cards from my deck. I fucked it up. Still,
You fucked that up.
I know.
How
Hey, I
I
started
Pot
off
of
strong.
Greed? That means I draw 3 cards from my deck. That's not what that does. Yes, it does.
All right, here I got another one. No, and it's actually Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. It's
That was
yeah,
it.
it's I refuse. My melons were meant to be free.
Love Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge. It is amazing.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge is its own
Oh.
special child.
I mean, most of the abridged series are.
Oh, absolutely.
Honestly, the Cell versus the crossover with
Oh,
Little
those are
Karibo
freaking-
and
Yeah.
with Yugi, it's just like, it's a children's card game. Ancient Egyptians loved it. I'm down. How do we play? According to this rule that you gave me, Pot of Greed has been banned since 2004.
And we'll never get off the list.
Yeah.
Dude, I swear, if
That's
that
why Ancestral
card-
Recall is banned in Magic. Like, it's the same thing.
I swear, 2 cards that will never come off the ban list, and if they do, people are going to go fucking batshit crazy. Pot of Greed, for one, and a little card called Max C.
So wait. Why is Pot of Greed on the ban list, though?
Greed is banned in ranked games. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Pot of Greed is banned in ranked competitive games.
I believe so. Yes,
Yes,
But why
if
is
you
it
go
banned
to
though? That's the
Any
question.
competitive tournaments,
it can be abused to
It's
all
so
fucking hell.
it's a draw 2 free card
Oh,
with
Yeah.
and
with no repercussions.
Yep.
It's
There
an
are no
unfair
repercussions.
advantage.
so somebody got
Granted,
jealous
there
and
are
got
a lot
upset
of
because the dude was using it to get 2 more cards. Oh my god! Crap, it was.
There's a whole reasoning why cards are banned and why card games do what they do to make it more fair and easy playable. Semi-easy, I guess you would say, actually. But yeah. But yeah. Very crazy tangent on trading card games there, but
I
Yeah,
mean, it was
absolutely.
worth it.
it was fun.
I guess you could say
I-
we marveled at this topic.
But yeah, no. I can't wait to see what the cards are gonna be able to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. their
As much
abilities
as
are-
I'm not a big fan of Magic the Gathering, I definitely will probably pick up some of the Marvel ones when they come out.
Same.
I saw some Magic the Gathering cards the other day. You know what happened? Know where they were?
Doctor Who.
They're at a Dollar Tree on the floor. scattered
Oh wow.
like trash. Yeah, that's the picture I posted too. I posted a picture of a bunch of Magic Gathering cards on the floor.
I
Fucking
love
dog.
how we're hearing you talking. Your image is just your smile getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
I think my favorite meme is
Sorry.
when it comes to trading cards is I spilt water and it's just a cup
It's just
with a
blues,
bunch
lands, islands.
of no, it's a Pokemon water energy card.
Oh, it's even better.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite things. But yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna definitely make the game pretty interesting.
Oh,
And
for sure.
Who knows how?
I just wonder how people are gonna play them though. That's all it is.
Yeah,
I feel like
You just gotta
Magic's
give the
also
time.
kinda I feel like they've kind of also been putting a lot of their chips into Arena.
yeah, I've noticed that too. Yeah, I
Is
remember
it-
seeing constant promotions for Magic Arena.
Mm-hmm.
That
I
so
do too.
Arena's okay. It's fun, but I don't know.
I mean, Historic Brawl is basically Commander, and that's pretty much all I play in it now.
Mhm.
So
I mean,
Yeah.
even World of Warcraft got into the TCG.
yeah, they made some Commander decks specifically for Warhammer. I actually played somebody whenever they were playing like the Necrons Commander deck, and I wiped the floor with them. It was awesome.
That's pretty fun, actually.
You guys remember Bakugan? When that was a big old thing for like a while.
Shit, I'll do you a better one. Fucking remember
Beyblade.
Beyblade.
Beyblade, yeah.
Beyblade.
Beyblade.
How about
Isn't
this
it-
one? This one,
Duel Masters.
Metabots.
Oh,
Yo,
I haven't
Metabots.
thought about that
Oh,
cartoon
yeah.
in forever.
I haven't thought about that since childhood. I'll do you another one. Okay, I don't think it was ever a card game, but you guys remember Chaotic?
Yes.
Yes,
No,
it was.
yeah, it was a
I
card game.
It
for,
was
like,
a
the
card
longest
game?
Time.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
Oh, it was a card game. See, I never got into the card game element, but I loved the show. The show was great.
The show was great. Yeah.
So
yeah.
there's also a Dragon Ball. There's a Dragon Ball card game.
I'm
There's
aware
a
of
card
that.
game for almost everything.
Yeah.
Let's be perfectly honest. If you have a decently like somewhat popular IP that can appeal to kids and adults, you have a card game.
It didn't have a card game, but it did have a board game. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Doesn't surprise me. If you don't have a card game or a board game, you're not really considered popular.
Or a Monopoly version.
Or a Monopoly version, exactly.
Monopoly version, yeah.
Ah,
I consider iconic. How about that? Better.
I still need to
Is there
try to
iconic?
find the Yu-Gi-Oh Monopoly game. I still need to
Oh,
find it.
yeah.
I'm still
Yu-Gi-Oh
fascinated.
Monopoly game.
I don't have
Yeah.
it. I want it, but I don't have it yet.
I'm still fascinated in the Dragon Ball Z Monopoly game that they put Jimmy Firecracker on as one of the brown spaces. I'm like, that is such a random character to put on there.
Monopoly, one of the few games that beats out Uno in broken friendships.
Friendships, family relationships. Yeah, like Monopoly
right up
and
there
with
Uno
Mario
are
Kart.
fucking evil. Monopoly, Uno,
Mario,
and Mario
Uno,
Kart,
Mario
Smash
Kart.
Bros. Smash Bros. Is another one.
Battleship.
Oh, fucking! Have you guys seen the new fucking update for Uno on their card game?
All right. We
All right, we're all
we are getting way off there.
we're getting so many.
Yeah,
I'm
we have
sorry.
so many
Look at
We
this.
did.
tangents.
I think we just did half a reel for card games in this.
We really
podcast.
Yeah, that we did.
Yeah.
Let us know down below if you want us to do a Snowda reel for card games, for sure.
Hell, I'll
But-
sit here and go through my cards if you guys want me to.
That'll be a 3-hour video that nobody really wants to sit through. But anyways,
I don't know. Some
Hey, the
people would
command
watch
zone
it.
does it all the time. Like,
that's fair enough, actually. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
But that being said, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. This has been the Snodacast, season 4, episode 30. I have been your host, Black Chef 56. I have, of course, been also joined by HungryHufflepuff, aka Ali.
Be nice. Good and evil might not matter, but you guys do.
Who the fuck said I matter?
I did, man. Fuck it. We all know fucking chat doesn't matter, but thank you, Nelly. I really
God.
appreciate it. At least I matter to you.
Of course, we were also joined by the wonderful Watsonandoff, aka John.
hey, I think I might love myself.
Okay.
Fuck it.
It's a quote from a Beartooth song that just came out. So
No,
love
that's a good one. I'll give you that. And of course, we were also joined by the glorious DJ Lionheart, aka Leo.
As always, stay nerdy.
Of course, feels negative without you saying it, Leon. And of course, we were last minute joined by Gallows, the Hawaiian shirt clad one himself, who is not Hawaiian shirt clad today, unfortunately.
I am sorry, okay? It was just that I need to go wash my Hawaiian shirts. They're kind of
Okay.
sweaty.
That's fair enough. That is fair enough. All right. And once again, I've been Black Chef 56, and this is the way.